Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We'll read from verse number 21. अज्ञानान् मानसोपाधेः कर्तृत्वादीनि चात्मनि कल्प्यन्तेऽम्बुगते चन्द्रे चलनादि यथाम्भसः रागेच्छा सुखदुःखादि बुद्धौ सत्यां प्रवर्तते सुषुप्तौ नास्ति तन्नाशे तस्मात् बुद्धेस्तु नात्मनः प्रकाशोऽर्कस्य यस्य शैत्यमग्नेर्यथोष्णता स्वभावः सच्चिदानन्द नित्यनिर्मलतात्मनः आत्मनः सच्चिदंशश्च बुद्धेर्वृत्तिरिति द्वयम् संयोज्य च विवेकेन जानामिति प्रवर्तते. Now here we have to understand the basics about how a jiva, an individual, is born from the jivana, the life. Three things: pure consciousness, beyond life and death; pure consciousness, beyond sentiency and inertness; pure consciousness, beyond jada chetana. Number one. Now this pure consciousness is reflecting in a particular condition, not everywhere. Like when we stand in front of the wall, we don't see our reflection, but in front of the mirror, we do see. In the same manner, pure consciousness expressing as life, and that life takes the shape and the form of the body, like the light which is falling on me or everyone. That light itself has no shape, no size, but it adopts the shape and the size of a particular object. In the same manner, pure consciousness adopting the shape and the size of a particular body enlivens that body. If I am sitting here and if there is no light on me, your eyes may be open, but you will not be able to see because the light is not reflecting. What you are seeing is not me, but a reflected light on me. See? So pure consciousness, number one, expressing as life in any body, and thereafter taking the shape of that body. So the light which was formless, shapeless, has adopted a particular shape and a form. Exactly the same way, pure consciousness, without any shape and size, expresses in the body and takes the shape of that particular body, and thereafter, in that shaped life, the consciousness gets reflected as chidabhasa, as reflection of consciousness. Like in the mirror, when we stand in front of the mirror, mirror is plain, flat. In that our reflection falls and then we can see the reflection. So mirror itself has no reflection. But when something is in front, reflection falls. In the same manner, The Chetana, the life, is able to reflect the consciousness like the mirror is able to reflect anything in front of it by default. So the life doesn't have to do anything. Like the mirror doesn't have to do anything. It happens. So the life takes the shape of the body. That is called vritti. Vritti is the thought. And in that thought, the consciousness reflects as chidabhasa, reflected consciousness. Thus, there are two things. A khichadi. Vritti is in the form of matter, and reflection of the consciousness in that matter, vritti, is chidabhasa. These two together creates an illusion of I know. When an object is sitting next to other object, like this camera and that camera, now they don't know each other. Knowledge can take place only if there is a knower. Otherwise, what a great fun it will be. Two chairs are next to each other, and from other side a huge structure is coming. One chair will say, "मैं तो जा रही हूँ." It doesn't happen. So for the knowledge to happen, a knower has to be born. So, object of knowledge, the knowledge of the object, and the knower of the object of knowledge, three of them. This is what is janami iti, I know. And once this I is born, then this I will be looking at the world only from the relative standpoint. I know, I don't know, I know, I don't know. This continues. This is what is mentioned in this particular shloka. Aye, Swamiji. Hey, get up, somebody. So, Atmanaha Satchidamshascha, the conscious principle of the self or the consciousness, Atmana Satchidamshascha, Buddhehe Vritti, and the thought of the mind or the intellect. So two things have come together. Now to understand this, objectively we should not be done. Look at my beautiful face. You will see two things. One is the general face you will see. That is the shape of the light which is reflected on my face. You are not seeing my face. What you are seeing is the reflection of the light. So this is the buddhi vritti. Now, depending upon the tightness of the skin or the glasses wherever they are, you will be seeing another light. That one spot of light somewhere, either on the Chandrakala. See? Somewhere, wherever there is a tightness of the skin, there you will see another light. So you are seeing two lights. One is the general light, and second is the specific light. These two things put together is the principle called as Aham Janami Iti, I know. See? Therefore, here the teacher says, Atmanaha Satchidamshasya, the Satchit conscious existence aspect of the self, and Buddhehe Vritti, and the thought where this consciousness is reflected as Chidabhasa, Chit Abhasa, as if it is light. Now the light spot which is seeing somewhere on my face, it is as if it is light, but it is not light. It is the reflection of the light. In the same manner, when the consciousness reflects in a thought, there a notion that I know, Janami iti, is created. See, Atmanaha Satchidamshascha Buddhehe Vritti iti Dvayam Sanyojya, they come together. If there is only light and no thought, if there is a face and no mirror, there cannot be reflection. If there is a reflection, if there is a mirror and no face to reflect, there cannot be reflection. See, therefore, Sanyojya cha avivekena, and aviveka, lack of discrimination. And then we start imagining janami iti pravartate, I know janami iti pravartate. Therefore, in the morning meditation we told you, experience without experiencer is the truth. Panchadashi says, Dhyatru dhyane parityajya dheyam evavashishyate. When the meditator and the process of meditation, parityajya, dropped, what remains is the truth. And therefore, don't try to understand. Stand under this knowledge. The moment you will understand, you will make a concept. The truth is not a concept. This also I told you, somewhere in some university, that professor told me, you explained the concepts very well. I said, no, these are not concepts. Otherwise, whole Vedanta will become concept. Papoham, papakarmaham. And then you do some charity, go to Ganga, Sagar, Gamanam, Vrta Paripalanam, Athava Danam, and then you become Punyavan. Replacing the concepts is not the creed of Vedanta. Wrong concepts are removed without creating new concepts. Here we are not talking about liberation for I. We are talking about freedom from I. See the basic difference. Otherwise, holier than thou. And those who are many satsangi professional, this happened in your Vrindavan. One Punjabi Amma dol ke aage. Swamiji, how are you? I said, you can see, how am I? You have come alone, your husband, children. Swamiji, don't talk about them. I said, okay, I am sorry. Then she is a spiritual victim. So she said, Swamiji, my husband is very tamasic. This is the spiritual abuse. He is very tamasic. What about your son? Oh, he is really rajasic. Amma, what about you? I am sattvic. See, friends, this has nothing to do with your spiritual life. This has somehow gone into our head that Tamoguna is bad, Rajoguna is better, and Sattva-guna is best. No! All of them are necessity. If you cannot invoke Tamoguna, you cannot go to sleep. If you cannot invoke Rajoguna, you cannot stop sleeping in the satsang. See? And if you are not able to be undisturbed, sattvic, then only you can understand. So everything is necessary. But this so-called spiritual life, we start labeling the people, we start holier than thou. Therefore Vedanta clearly tells, don't create concepts. Wrong notions are dropped without creating new notions. Therefore, being is possible only by knowing. Being and knowing are not two. Sat and Chit is one. When being and knowing becomes one or is one is discovered, that experience is Ananda. See, that is why all the Babajis are given this name Ananda. One child asked me, Swamiji, why your name has got Ananda? I said, why? Is it a monopoly of Devananda or what? What is the reason? Every Swami's name is Gadbadananda, Hadbadananda. Why Ananda? I said, only because for name's sake be happy. Becoming a Swami, a sannyasi and complaining and frustrated. जाऊं तो जाऊं का भाड़ में जाओ. See friends, this is what the teacher says. Atmanaha Sachidamshasya Buddhehe Vritti iti dvayam Sanyojya avivekenna Janami iti pravartate. And thus an experiencer or knower is born. See, now be attentive. There are two types of knowledges. One knowledge demands operation of the means of knowledge. Like you are seeing me, I cannot say you are hearing me. You are seeing me. So you require your eyes and mind behind the eyes, then you can see me. So eyes and mind, these are the instrument of knowledge through which you are seeing me. But are you there? Of course I am there. How do you know you are there? By your eyes? By your nose? I think I am there. No. Pramana Nirapeksha Anubhuti is Paramatma. That experience which does not involve operation of any means of knowledge. If this is the truth, what will be the spiritual practice? Tasmatvam indriyani ado niyamya bhartarshava papmanam prajayihena jnana vijnana nashanam. Therefore, first we have to have sufficient control on the objective world, no more slavery to the objective world, then no more victimized by our own sense organs, no more becoming a emotional wreck, no more becoming an arrogant intellectual. When all these things are dropped, aheyam anupadeyam, that which cannot be dropped, that you are. Yesterday I told you one statement, work on it. Vedanta sadhana is 24/7. It is not a part-time profession, it is a full-time preoccupation. Otherwise, while giving the lecture, Aham Brahmasmi, after the lecture, Aham Brahmosmi. See, again and again we have to work on it. So this statement which I told you, I had good sleep, but in between I had bad dreams. Who makes this statement? Work on it. हो गई बोलती बंद? I am not talking about sleeping giants. See? Therefore, Sanyojya cha avivekena. Because of lack of this discrimination, we create an illusion of I, the knower. And how long this I remains the knower? As long as identified with the body, as long as identified with the sense organs. So I am man, I am woman, I am young, I am old, I am beautiful, I am awful, I am educated, I am uneducated, I am married, I am happy. So many I. Now how many eyes are there? Are we one eye or we are a poultry farm inside? Avivekena, because of lack of discrimination, janami iti pravartate. In Kenopanishad, avidnyatam vijanatam, vidnyatam avijanatam. Those who say I know, they know not. And those who say I don't know, they only know. See, all our knowledge is referential knowledge. It is not absolute knowledge. In the same Upanishad, it is said, Yadi manne se suvedeti dahara mevapi nunam tvam vetta brahmano rupam yadasya tvam atanu deveshu mimamsa mevate. We are trying to understand the self with reference to the body, with reference to the sense organs, with reference to the mind. Give up all the references. The non-referential experience is the truth. See friends, and let us leave poor fellow. Next one. आत्मनो विक्रिया नास्ति बुद्धेर्बोधो न जात्विति जीवः सर्वमलं ज्ञात्वा ज्ञाता दृष्टेति मुह्यति आत्मनः विक्रिया नास्ति. The light which is falling on my face does not move. And buddhehe bodho na jatviti, the object which is illumined is without any knowledge. So in place of my face keep the buddhi vritti, the thought, which is inert, because it is falling in the purview of prakriti, inert, jada. And buddhehe bodho na jatviti. And in case of the buddhi is the knowledge. So consciousness falling on the buddhi in the form of reflection chidabhasa, these two together come, and whatever is the modification of the intellect, that becomes my modification. So if there is a modification of confusion, I am confused. No modification of knowledge, I know. And in this manner, Atmanaha Vikriya Nasti. The self has no modification, neither knowledge nor ignorance. Bring it to your immediate experience. We did this experiment. Listen to this knock. Now in this experience, we have heard two things. Two knocks. They are two because in between there is absence of sound. But we experience that also. Then only they can become two. Then who are we? Beyond the presence and absence of the sound. Normally what happens? We get carried away by the knowledge gathered through the various faculties, particularly the mind or the thoughts. Atmano vikriya nasti, buddher bodho na jatviti. And in intellect there is no knowledge, bodha the experience, and in atma there is no modification. Then jivaha sarvamalam jnatva jnata drashteti muhyati. But not knowing this, we create an illusion of the knower. I know. So the knowledge aspect is borrowed from the light, and the knower aspect is created in the buddhi vritti, in the thought. And in this manner, the difference between the seer and the seen is created. See. Eyes are the cause, or the vision is the cause. Colors and forms are the effect. Vision is unmanifest, and colors and forms are manifest. Now where is the place for I? But then I know, I like, I dislike. And this is how this illusory knower put together is called as the jiva or the soul. And how this is, it is said in the next verse. Rajju sarpavadatmanam jivam jnatva bhayam vahed naham jiva paratmeti jnatasche nirbhayo bhaved. In Vedanta, whether you know Brahman or not doesn't matter. You must know the snake and the rope. There was a village and there was a useless boy. So he was sent by his father, go to that ashram, don't do anything, go and learn something. He said, all right, free khana milta hai? Yes, free khana, go. And then he was listening every day to satsanga. And after 15 days he came back. Father asked, what happened? I don't know, they are all searching for a snake and they could not find. See friends, whether you know we are Brahmana or not, doesn't matter. You must know snake and the rope. But what for? Snake is for the disciple to get beaten, and the rope is for the guru to hang himself. The guru has to hang. गला फाड़ फाड़ के बता रहा हूँ, समझता ही नहीं कोई. See friends, this is one of the most beautiful and perfect example. Rajju Sarpavad Atmanam. If there is absolutely no knowledge that there is a rope, because you have not gone there, you are in your room, will you ever think, oh, there may be snake? No. You have gone, you have seen something. So seeing something is knowledge. But what it is not known. Is ajnanam. Ajnanam, apurna jnanam, incomplete knowledge. So there is no lack of knowledge. Knowledge can never be absent. See, knowledge chit cannot be asat. So ajnanam is incomplete knowledge. So somebody steps on that and it is a rope, and then, oh God, what it is? I have put my step and I found something was moving, and we go frightened. And then we take a torch from our room and come with a stick in the hand and want to kill that snake. We have not come to see the rope. We have come to see the snake. And when we use proper means of knowledge, earlier what were the means? The foot. By the foot you cannot know. See? So proper means of knowledge, proper light and eyes. And when you come and focus light on that, on what? On the snake. And what is the knowledge? It is a rope. After you know it is a rope, will you continue searching? वो तो ठीक है, वो snake गया कहाँ? See friends, this is what is mentioned. In Vivek Chudamani, a beautiful example is given by Bhagwan Shankaracharya. There was a brahmachari in an ashram. And he has to go somewhere. So he has to tie his bedding and all that and put it on the bag and go. So he put everything together, rolled it. Now he wanted to have a rope to tie. And there was a snake in that room. So snake and the rope. He took the snake and started tying down. The snake said, look here. I am not a rope. See friends. Adhyanam. Now what is Adhyanam? Be attentive. Incomplete knowledge is not an issue. See? I don't know who is she. No problem. But thereafter I don't keep quiet. Then I start projecting. So mind has got these two aspects. Perception followed by projection. If we suspend our inquiry at the perception level, world is not created. See my friends, do you know who is that man? I don't know, but looks to be a cheat. Where from the cheat has come? See, one of my friend Junjunwala, I still remember, many years before, I learned from him. Therefore I told you, you are all my guru. I learned from every one of you. So, in the morning I was sitting in his shop, big cloth shop, and one person came with a khaddar, paisama and thing and shabnam bag. And when he was coming, my friend told, see, this fellow is coming for donation. These people have no business asking money. He came, he said, excuse me, is it the place of Mr. Junjunwala? Haan, kya chahiye? He said, such and such person in Calcutta has given me your name and number. Will you please dial this number of your friend? He said, yes, he dialed. He let me talk to him. He said, now this is the phone, I am giving it to your friend. Please confirm he is the same person. So the phone was exchanged. And he said, kaise ho, kya ho? Everything was okay. He said, now give me the phone. Should I give it to him? Yes. And he gave a draft of 50 lakhs rupees to him. What was the earlier thing? He has come for donation. The moment he gave the draft, aiye, baithiye, chai. He said, I have got sufficient thing to do. Where was that cheat? Where was that thief? Therefore, my friends, this is one of the highest spiritual practice. Stop at perception. Then our mind will be like the mirror. Mirror doesn't project. Mirror doesn't reject. Mirror doesn't retain. And therefore, mirror does not have an ego. Mirror does not have a history. मालूम है महात्मा गांधी ने मेरे में देखा था. Think. This is what is said by Bhagwan Shankaracharya. Rajju sarvavad atmanam jivam jnatva bhayam ved. Then we start imagining that I am papoham papakarmaham, I am most unfortunate. You are divine man. This principle I will repeat million times. Whether you want or you don't want, you are divine. Whether you know or you don't know, you are divine. This is too much. We like to know, papoham papakarmaham. Go and take a dip in the Ganges and spoil Ganges. See, friends. So, Rajju sarvavada atmanam jivam jnatva bhayam vahet. So we start recognizing ourselves to be jiva. Now the jiva also I explained to you earlier very well. Husband is the jiva and man is Brahman. And therefore, husband is never happy and man is never miserable. Brahman is Brahmananda and jiva is Gadbadananda. Think. Because what is jiva? Absolute reality, the Brahman, expressing through the limitations of the Panchakoshas, that limited, finite expression of the infinite, that funny behavior of Paramatma, Brahman, is the jiva. How I learned this, I tell you. Another one of my guru. This happened in Bombay. You know this Chaurasiaji, flutist. His son's marriage was there. I was invited. I go to all marriages and enjoy. The rest of the time they suffer. So after having done all the cinema calm, and then I took my food and sat in a chair separately. So one person came, and I don't know who is he. I am not interested also. But time passed. So when he was going, I said, excuse me, will you please come here? I cannot come with my plate. He thought, Babaji in a 5-star hotel, why is calling me? Is he a watchman here or what? So he came. Yes. What do you want? I said, what is your shoe number? You can imagine. In a 5-star hotel, a Babaji asking a unknown person his shoe number. No connection anywhere. He said, why? I said, probably your shoe number is 9 and you have put on 8 number shoe. Then he virtually jumped out of his skin. How do you know? I said, I am a cobbler. And then he became little friendly. I said, please take a chair and sit. I'll tell you. By whatever reason, you must have put on 1 number less shoe. He said, that is true, but how do you know? I said, the way you were walking. See, Kauwa chala hamsaki chal. You don't walk like this. So with 1 number less shoe, our expression, our gait, our walking becomes funny, is it not? That Ananta Koti Brahmanda Nayak Paramatma fixed in this small shoe, and the expression is funny expression. That is the Jiva. What is to be done? Remove the shoe. Give up your body identification. That is the only spiritual practice. Baki sab gaya baad mein. But we hold on to, see, in the beginning itself told that Varnashrama Dharma, all that is only with reference to body. Therefore, Rajju Sarpavadatmanam Jivam Jnatva Bhayam Vahet. Then Naham Jivaha Paratmeti. See, there are two aspects in spiritual practice. One is Nishedhatmak and second is Vidhyatmak. Nisheda means not only chanting like a parrot, I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect. No, not like that. See the impact of this and work on it. If I cannot be the body, what is the consequence of this knowledge? See, if I am not body, then this waking world has no existence for me. See friends, gender has no existence for me. Ashram has no existence for me. Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasi. Therefore, two aspects. Nishedhatmak, how to reject the Panchakoshas. Na ham deho nendriyani na prano na mano nadhi vikaritvad vinashitvad drishyatvacha ghato yatha. We had told you yesterday. Anything which is an object of knowledge, which is subject to modification and destruction, cannot be me, like a pot. All these three things are applicable to all the Panchakoshas. This is Nishedhatmak. And then Vidhyatmak, then Naham Jivaha Paratmeti. Therefore, do not justify being miserable in life. There was one lady in UK, it happened. I had told in some of my talks. And I went from Bombay to Heathrow, and then we had to drive quite a long distance, 3 hours, to a church, and there I had to talk on Gita. So when she was driving, I said, Amma, you have taken a wrong turn. You can imagine a Britisher, a woman, and telling her she is wrong. How much courage is required? I am here for last 35 years. I know everything. I said, very good, continue. After going for half an hour, Swamiji, probably you are right. We have taken a wrong turn. What to do? I said, follow India. Go wrong way. 2 wrong makes 1 right. No, we can't do. Then suffer. You suffer in English, I suffer in Hindi. No problem. So we reached that church 1 hour late. And I was thinking that they must have gone punctual for time. But they were all waiting. So I had to talk, not even going to bathroom, started lecture, everything. Then tea, coffee, socializing, then dinner. And thereafter I was watching one documentary on Tibet. Very good documentary. I told my host, I said, I like that to see, keep it ready. When that was going on, this lady who drove me, she said, Swamiji, go and sleep. I said, look here, don't dictate. I am not your slave. No, not that way. You must be tired. You came all the way from India and here and lecture. Therefore, I am telling you. I said, no, I am not tired. She said, that is my question. Why you are not tired? I said, manufacturer's defect. What can I do? No, I want to be like you. I said, it cannot be. Why? No beard. Longer the beard, confirm is the wisdom. Shorter beard, doubtful is the wisdom. No beard. How simple it is. See, friends, Swamiji, please help me. I say, look here, Amma, you have got two problems. You are struggling in your whole life to prove something to somebody. What do you want to prove? And to whom? And who cares for you? Don't waste your time, energy in proving something to somebody. I love you. Keep in writing, I love you. Like many people send their WhatsApp. Swamiji, good morning. Swamiji, good morning. Do you think I read that? Only it is additional work for me. Delete, delete, delete. See? And it is not original. Only forward, forward, forward. Khali hai. See, friends. Don't try to prove anything to anybody in this world. If you are sincere, pure in your heart, it will be recognized by the divine will. But we try to be artificial. See? Therefore, this is one principle. Don't try to prove anything to anybody. Your ego, I, jiva is going away. And the second thing is, don't justify anything. Like, sometimes somebody comes late. You have seen, I don't get disturbed. Disturbance proof. Even if somebody comes late, who cares? Come or don't come, go in between. But then afterwards, Swamiji, actually what happened? Did I ask you? These two things. Don't prove anything and don't justify anything. You are at peace with yourself. Paramatma is not justifying so much of heavy rains. See? He doesn't say, I am so sorry, so many people died. Nothing. Relax, relax. This is what is mentioned here. Naham jivaha paratmeti. And therefore, what is the expression of Paramatma and what is the expression of the Jivatma? The same thing. What is the expression of the husband is the expression of the Jivatma. What is the expression of the man? Expression of Paramatma. So when the infinite man is reduced to the finite husband, Paramatma is reduced to Jiva. See, then what that husband has to do to be a man? Don't take wife heavily or seriously. Take her lightly, even if she is fat. Lightly. Don't become too serious. Seriousness is a scar on our personality. Like many of us talk on Bhagavad Gita so seriously. But original Bhagavad Gita was delivered by Bhagwan Sri Krishna with a smile on the face. Bhagwan Krishna was from UP. Smile on the face. Prasanniva Bharata. So when the original Bhagavad Gita is delivered with a smile, why we should talk on Bhagavad Gita so seriously? See, friends, after having studied Gita or Vedanta, you have lost your right to be miserable. If you have to be happy. Therefore, naham jivaha paratmeti jnatasche nirbhayo bhavet. And when you come to discover this, nirbhayo bhavet, you are free from fear. That is called a heaven. Heaven is not a place. हमने सुना था शादी के बाद घर स्वर्ग हो जाता है. लो, हमने शादी कर ली और स्वर्गवासी हो गए. स्वर्ग में रहने वाले. स्वर्ग is not a place. It is not a location which you can find out on a GPS. No. Kathopanishad. स्वर्गे लोके न भयम किंचन आस्ति न तत्र त्वं न जरया बिभेति उभे तीर्थवा अशनाया पिपासे शोकातिगो मोदते स्वर्गलोके. Heaven is an experience of fearless existence. न भयम किंचन आस्ति. We have got 6 types of fears. With reference to the body, the fear of old age and death. With reference to the prana, the fear of hunger and thirst, ashana pipase. With reference to the mind, the fear of shoka moha. That experience which liberates us from all kinds of possible fears, that experience is Swarga. Swa is our own essential self, Ga is the Gati. When we come back to our own divine nature, then only there is a fearless existence. Like the space is fearless. Let there be infernos, let there be cloud burst, supporting everything, not getting influenced by anything. Is it not our nature? We support waking, goes away. Support dream, that goes away. Support deep sleep, that goes away. Samadhi begins and ends. What happened to us? Abiding in this, Jnatashet nirbhayo bhavet. Then only the fearlessness is attained. Okay, continue in the 27th verse. Atma vabhasayate ko buddhyadin indriyanyapi deepo ghatadivat svatma jadastairna vabhasyate. Now this is another important principle. The knower can never become the known, and the known can never know the knower. This is the principle. Atma ekaha, one absolute self, bhasayati, illuminates, buddhyadi indriyani api, all the faculties, the intellect, mind, etc. Example, deepaha ghatadivat, like one light is illuminating all of us. But the tube lights may be many. I am talking about them. लग रही है. So tube lights are many, but the light is one, is it not? Exactly the same way, the conscious principle, the self is one, and the body, the sense organs, the mind, they may be many. Be attentive. A tube light is illuminated by the electricity. The fan is moving because of electricity. So are there two of them electricity? No, one. Differences are in the gadget. If this is clear, exactly the same way, my hand is moved by me, my tongue is wagging because of me, my eyes are seeing because of me. So I become the seer with reference to the eyes. I become the speaker with reference to the tongue. I become the lifter with reference to the hand. I have not become many. Exactly the same way. Atma ekaha avabhasayet buddhyadi indriyani api. Example, deepo ghatadivat svatma. Like the one lamp illuminates everything. Jadaihi taihi na avabhasyate. But stand cannot see me, I can see the stand. The mic cannot see me, but I can see the mic. Now bring it subjectively. This paper is seen by me, but the paper cannot see the eyes. Eyes are known by the mind. Mind cannot know the eyes. Why? Because mind, the eyes can see only colors and forms. Mind has no color, no form. How can the eyes see the mind? Think. In short, object can never become the subject. An object is inert and the subject is the sentient. Therefore, deepo ghatadiva svatma jadaihi taihi na avabhasyate. They are all jada, inert. Continuing further, swabodhe nanyabodhecha bodhavapatayatmanaha न दीपस्यान्य दीपेच्छा यथा स्वात्म प्रकाशने. स्वबोधे न अन्य बोधेच्छा. Desire to know is different from desire to know anything else. If I have a desire to know how much cold the Ganges waters are, so I will require Ganges water, I will require my hand and put into that and see how cold it is. So to see the temperature of the waters, I require the skin. If I want to see the colors and forms, then I require eyes. So here, swabodhe nanya bodhecha. But when I know myself, more than this, there is nothing more to be known. Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter. Vedaisya sarvai ahameva vedya. Vedya worthy of knowing. All other things are not worthy of knowing. It is the most important thing. See? Swabodhe nanya bodhecha. Because bodha rupatayatmanaha. Because we are of the nature of experience. Now this is another important principle. We all have this standard thing. Experience of heat, experience of cold, experience of good food, experience of the open space. Off. You drop that off. Experience. Drop the off. Meaning, experience without an experiencer. You do not require any valid means of knowledge. Because bodharupatayatmana. We are of the nature of experience. Therefore, Atmabodh. So, if this is the truth, then what will be the spiritual practice? Get rid of the slavery of all the faculties of knowledge. So, all the sense organs are dropped. So, don't try to imagine Krishna has come. But how come he is with the jinn? Normally, he is with the Pitambara. See, don't try to imagine, fragrance. No, your next person has put a spray on it. Okay. Or go on imagining, I sat for meditation and a light came and the light engulfed me. But it happened only once, afterwards it never happened. What is the reason? Bulb fuse ho gaya. Remember one principle. Any experience which begins and ends is the play of mind. Keep this as a thumb rule. We have no experience of our beginning, meaning birth. We have no experience of our changing, no modification. We have no experience of our death. We have no experience of our absence. In Amrutanubhav, Sant Gyaneshwar Maharaj goes one step further. He says, these three words which are used for indicating Paramatma, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma or Satchidananda, these three are abuses implanted on the Paramatma. Why do you require to call Paramatma as Sat? Do you have the experience of Asat? No. Do you experience your absence? No. What is the need of telling that I exist? If I go on telling everybody, hey, do you know I am a man? I am not a woman. Say, I am a man, see the beard, I am a man. Nobody has objected about it. But if I keep on saying again and again, I am a man, again a man, then people will start suspecting. Why? In the same manner, if I have no experience of my absence, why have to say Satchidananda? Then keep mouth shut. Bodharupatvat. This is not the experience of self. Experience is self. And therefore, there is no concentration. You must have seen, we have never used the word concentrate. Concentration is on others. Like, this is just an example. You are listening to me through concentration. Therefore, I told you, this is example. So, you are listening with concentration. But you are aware of yourself. Concentration is always an objective phenomena. Awareness is a subjective experience. And in this subjective experience, there is no operation of any valid means of knowledge. Therefore, Bodharupatvat, it is not the experience of the Brahman, Atma. See, friends, it is not replacement of the notions. Earlier I was papi, now I am married. This word, papaha, papau, papaha, papam, pape, Punjabi. See, friends, relax, relax, relax. Don't try to understand anything. Or else you will make it into a concept. Brahman pakad mein aa gaya. Mil gaya. When it was lost. Praptasya prapti. Therefore our Mahamantra, na kuch pana, na kuch khona. Therefore, if we have this notion that after living spiritual life, my wife will listen to me, you are in a wrong place. See, one wife told her husband, the doctor told me that because of this corona and all that, all the time at home, I should go for a change of weather. And he suggested Switzerland or New Zealand will be all right. So between the two, what should we select? He said, we change the doctor. When you are happy, you are nobody. When you laugh, you don't think. When you think, you cannot laugh. Discover this freedom. We don't have to become anybody in this world. We don't have to prove anything to anybody. Pramana Nirapeksha Anubhuti or non-specific existence. We are already carrying a burden of lot of specialities on us. Man, woman, young, old, rich, poor, educated, uneducated. One more, spiritual. No. Like the space supports all the directions, but doesn't get entangled in any direction. This is what is mentioned here, that Swabodhe nanya bodhecha bodharupata atmanaha na deepasya anya deepecha. To see this tube light, I don't require other tube light, because it is self-illumined. If I had to see what is printed on this paper, I require the tube light as well as my eyes, because the paper is not self-illumined. If I had to see the tube light, do I require the paper? I don't require, because tube light is self-illumined. Now to know whether I am or I am not, do I require tube light? People may call me tube light, but I am not, I don't require tube light. Therefore, न दीपस्य अन्य दीपेच्छा यथा स्वात्म प्रकाशने. So for reveal its own presence, the tube light doesn't require another tube light. That means another means of knowledge. Exactly the same way. To know oneself, we don't require any means of knowledge. Just being is knowing. It is extremely simple. See, one young boy asked me this question, Swamiji, what is Vedanta? I say, Vedanta is life made complicated is Vedanta. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.